Oh, hello everybody, and welcome to another Ikoria draft. Before I dive in, I do want to remind you that if you enjoyed the video, be sure to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment in the comment section down below if you have any questions or feedback. You can catch me streaming live at twitch.tv/NicolaiBolas. Without further ado, let's dive on in. Okie doke. So today we're going to be going full try-hard mode, which means not as much experimentation, no first picking Farfinder just to see if we can play 5-color. Because people like seeing both experimentation and try-hard mode. And in full try-hard mode, we're going to be taking Ominous Seas. This card is fantastic. Really nice early addition to any deck, especially if you can end up in a blue-red like spells card draw deck, or sometimes even blue-white can be a cycling deck using Ominous Seas. You can even sometimes splash Ominous Seas in your cycling decks. After Ominous Seas, I think I would probably take... I think Mystic Subdual is close in this pack for sure because it is just a really good card. Drannith Stinger is an okay card to start with, not really. Farfinder is pretty nice. Labyrinth Raptor is like good, but it's just slightly below where I'd want to first pick a card. I think I'd rather take Back for More over it too, just because if I splash Back for More, it's more likely. I think that Drannith is worse than Ominous Seas. Ominous Seas can be like the best card in your deck, whereas Drannith can be a good role player in a lot of decks, but not like the literal best card in your deck. Okay, and following up Ominous Seas, there is a Blitz of the Thunder Raptor, which can like end up in a really nice home with this Ominous Seas. A blue-red spells deck is generally the best home for both Ominous Seas and Blitz of the Thunder Raptor, so I think I'll take that here. The only other card I would consider in this pack is Boneyard Lurker. I think Rumbling Rockslide could also be some semblance of consideration. This card is definitely pretty solid. This card is cheaper, and if I'm building my deck right, it should be better than Ominous Seas, so I think I'm going to take it as a higher upside pick. But Boneyard Lurker is also pretty solid as just like a blue-green value card. I Want Corpus is always on that push-up question grind. But yeah, I think Blitz can be way better than Rumbling Rockslide. Just more efficient removal spell. Even if it can't always kill stuff in the early game, it can do good work in the late game. It's a really good card to buy back with your Lore Dracus if you get it, because it's really cheap. Maybe I'm overvaluing it, but Exile is also semi-relevant. Maybe I'm just supposed to take Rockslide here. I've convinced myself. And now we get to follow that up with a Flame Spell. Red certainly looks open. We haven't seen enough cards to know whether blue is open, but with a Rock Slide and a Flame Spell, I also like Rock Slide because it's just more flexible. With a Rock Slide and a Flame Spell, red is looking relatively open, and at the very least is something we could splash. If I wasn't taking Flame Spell, I'd probably take the Heed Bonder. It's just a really good card. I could also see taking the Evolving Wilds after that, but Flame Spell is just a good removal spell. I already have a good red card, good reasons to be blue-red right now. Moving into pick 3. The Weaponize is clearly the best card in this pack. It's not even remotely close. I think after Weaponize, Bushmeat Poacher is probably the best card in this pack, and then Glimmerbell. So blue isn't looking insanely like not open. It just hasn't been the most open, and we could definitely transition into a black-red black-red like sacrifice deck. I'm actually fine playing Weaponize in blue-red, provided I get some Forbidden Friendships. But Weaponize is definitely a nice pickup here. Okie doke. And now we see Snare Tactician relatively late. I don't love Snare Tactician with the cards I already have. I haven't really seen a great cycling payoff, which is kind of what you want if you're going to be taking the cycling cards. Like, you want one of the uncommons. You want a Zenith Flare. You want a Flourishing Fox. You want a Valiant Rescuer. Just playing cycling for a Snare Tactician isn't really going to be worth it a lot of the time. So I'm very tempted to just take this Glimmerbell, even though Glimmerbell isn't the greatest signal. Because I do have this Ominous Seas that I would like to play. We haven't seen a ton of blue, so blue could definitely be getting cut. We haven't seen a ton of premium commons, and this is a pretty late Snare Tactician, so maybe we could speculate. And we won't miss a Glimmerbell all that much if we're a blue-red card draw spells deck, but I'm not like ecstatic about being about being white-red at this point. Okay, and now we see some good black cards here. There is a Void Beckoner to go with kind of a black-red deck that would use Weaponize pretty effectively. There's also a Facet Reader to go with Ominous Seas, which I do like a good deal. Ominous Seas is great. This is late Unbreakable Bond as well, but that's not the best in a red-black deck. It's at best when you can get green creatures like the Mammoth, Honey Mammoth and things like that. I think Facet Reader is very tempting in this pack, and then after that Void Beckoner is very tempting. I think I'm going to take the Facet Reader and try to stick to blue, because I think Ominous Seas actually works really well in that type of deck. And now a Forbidden Friendship comes around. I'm definitely taking that, but I think next pick I would take Memory Leak. Memory Leak does work quite nicely with like a black-red deck, and even with Ominous Seas if I was to like play a Grixis deck of some kind. But Friendship works really well with Weaponize, and so that's a nice little in-color combo. Cathartic Reunion does work well with Ominous Seas, but I'm just going to take the Development. 1-mana Cycler that can sometimes be a combat trick also works well with Seas. And blue is looking a little bit more open now that we've seen a couple of late blue cards. And we only really need one Cathartic Reunion to be good in our deck. Anticipate can be solid. Memory Leak can also be solid. Anticipate's not really my priority list. We'll just take a 1-mana Cycler over a Thornwood Falls as well. 1-mana Cyclers can be good. And they also fuel spells payoff sometimes. Blitz of the Thunder Raptor might come back. I don't think it will, but it could. And now we'll just take a Wilt over Scorpion, Rock Slide, Sleeper Dart. Yeah. In case we wanted to transition colors, which is unlikely. And now we'll take a Frenzied Raptor. Raptor can actually do some good work in the right build. Hit your opponent really hard, and then just back it up with some tempo plays. Phase Dolphin. Yeah. A Cycler. Other than Snare Tactician, we didn't see a great reason to be white. The Snare Tactician also had a Divine Arrow in that pack. We haven't seen great reasons to be in blue either, but we did open a really good reason in this Ominous Seas. Okay, what did we get? Okay, so we opened an Emergent Ultimatum, which we are clearly not playing. I don't love Avian Oddity. I don't love Cloud Piercer as much. It's pretty good with Forbidden Friendships, but I think we're just going to take another Rock Slide here. We don't have an insane amount of removal, and getting Rock Slide really helps us with our Control the Game Ominous Seas plan. Facet Reader might wheel, which would be okay. And we could still just move off of blue, so I like getting red cards here. After this, I think I would take Spell Eater Wolverine, followed by Piercer. Another Ominous Seas has locked us into this blue-red draw deck. Ominous Seas is a really good addition, and seeing it second pick out of this pack, where there's like only an uncommon missing, means that they're not blue. I don't think there's a lot of uncommons in blue that you'd take over the Ominous Seas. So pretty hyped to see this, and maybe even wheel Go for Blood or a Memory Leak, which we could just play with the Ominous Seas stuff. Here, I think, very close stuff here. This pick is actually kind of a defining pick of our draft. I don't think we want Of One Mind here. I think it's good, especially with Ominous Seas, but I think we'd rather just get a Drannith Stinger. It's another good way to like pay us off a little bit for having some Cyclers, and it can get in some chip damage. We could also play a like Startling Development, but I think we'd rather just have a 2-drop we can cast. If you look at our cards, we have 2 Facet Readers. We just want to have 2-drops, and we have so far 4 2-drops, which is pretty solid, but getting another creature is not going to be too bad, and it also can cycle, so that's nice. I think it's going to be better than Development and Of One Mind. I think I take this card, then I think it's not even really close with Development, and Of One Mind is a pretty good card, but we only have 1 Friendship at the moment. Kahira the Orphan Guard. Each creature. We don't have a ton of creatures, but we aren't those colors, so we're not going to even really consider that card. Neutralize is pretty good. I think we'll take that over Frostveil Ambush. It's just a card that we cast a lot more than Ambush, and it's still going to be a Cycler, even though it is a 2-mana Cycler instead of a 1-mana Cycler. Yeah, I think this is the pick. I think it's just better than the Frostveil Ambush. And a Cathartic Reunion, we don't mind getting that. There is also a Memory Leak. But I'm not even sure we're going to play Memory Leak as just a Cycler in this deck. We don't have enough stuff that cares about it. We have 2 Ominous Seas. Cathartic is also pretty good with Ominous Seas, though, so I think we'll just take that. We want to have most of our cards be on color. And now a Blitz of the Thunder Raptor is going to be quite good. Prickly Marmoset's nice as well, but we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 spells, and we could even play a Memory Leak if we wanted to. Heron's okay, but not really for this deck. Marmoset's solid as well, but we're just going to get another good removal spell for our deck. And now probably 2-drop over Frostlinks. Maybe Frostlinks is better. We aren't really a mutate deck, so Frostlinks could just be a tempo play. Probably not playing either one, to be honest, though. And Frenzied Raptor could be okay. I don't think we're splashing black. And Raptor just hits really hard. Avian Oddity could be okay, but probably not. Maybe playable. Raking Claw. Would we rather have Memory Leak? We do have... We might just play these 1-mana cyclers. Though, I will say that a 2-mana cycler is pretty appealing. Let's just take the Memory Leak. We care about having spells in the graveyard. We care about drawing a lot of cards, and I think this could be good. Yeah, maybe I should have taken that Dismal Backwater. Not really our colors, but I guess we'll take it. We're not playing Aegis Turtle. Just got to build the collection. Our deck is very good right now. We have a pretty great Ominous Seas build. I think the best thing for the deck would be more Forbidden Friendships and then some of One Minds to go with those. We're not going to play off-colored 2-mana cyclers. But we have a lot of playables here. Yeah, we need like 5 playables from pack 3. And we already got a pretty good one in Gust of Wind. It's a spell, it draws us a card, pretty much everything we want. We're not really a Dreamtail Heron deck. Sure, we might play it, but again, look at the creatures we have. We have like no good creatures to mutate it onto. Like we would just be playing it as a 5-mana 3/4 flyer. It gets converted into a vault progress, and when you fill your vault, you get some wild cards. But here, pretty easy. Gust of Wind. Nothing else even particularly close. Oh! Ooh, the real test of time, folks. The real test has commenced. My Bane Man, Archipelagor. We're taking Boon. Archipelagor doesn't fit with our strategy, but I wish it did, because it pains me to pass the turtle. The turtle is like our channel mascot, essentially, in how many times I take him, but we need Boon. It works way better with our Ominous Seas plan, our cycling plan. Ooh, now there's a Sprite Dragon. Porky Parrot, again, not really what our deck is about. Sea Dasher Octopus is actually a pretty good card in a lot of decks, but not really our deck, because we don't have any like cheap evasive creatures or any flying, so we're just going to be taking this Sprite Dragon, I think, over the Sea Dasher Octopus, which is kind of crazy. We just don't really have good things to mutate onto. Yeah, we only really kill with Ominous Seas, but we have 2 of them, and now we can kill with Sprite Dragon or Frenzied Raptor, just hitting them a bunch of times, so we have some options. There's a Weaponize. There's also just a dual land, which helps our deck a lot. Helps us with mana consistency. There is a Go for Blood. We can also kill with Frenzied Raptor, giving it flying right now. Go for Blood, not the best in our deck, but it is still just a cycler that fuels our other stuff. But I'm just going to take the land. I don't think a 1-mana cycler is going to be worth the benefit to our deck. At this moment, Frostlinks is probably in the deck. This Frenzied Raptor might be in the deck. But I like getting just a Swiftwater Cliffs to help our mana out. Another Sprite Dragon is a great addition to the team. We have a lot of spells in this deck. We have 8 creatures, we have 4 instants and 8 sorceries, so 12 things to trigger it. Facet Reader would be good with double Ominous Seas, but I'm just really happy to get we already have like a Cathartic Reunion and a Facet Reader already to get rid of excess lands. So we're just going to take another Sprite Dragon. And now Lava Serpent, probably the perfect card for our deck. It's a top-end finisher, while also being a cycler to fuel our seas. So, really happy to get this. Wow, another Boon. This is going to be great. Boon works really well with Ominous Seas. We already have a Lava Serpent, and just getting another 1-mana cycler is quite nice. Even just casting it in the late game is going to be really good. Another Swiftwater Cliffs. Even though we're pretty mana hungry, I think we'd rather have this. I mean, even though we like to have untapped lands, I'd really just getting a second one of these is really nice. The life gain can be a little bit useful, and it really fixes our mana. At this moment, we might not be playing Weaponize the Monsters, but that's okay. We have a lot of playables here. Let's just take the uncommon to build our collection. Cathartic Reunion, we might play it. Eastal Wolf. Basically, deck thinning is not really a huge consideration. Like, in the games, you might do it, but deck thinning is going to add, like, a slight percentage point to, like, a game win percentage, to a game win. Ooh, this is a pretty nice addition. We play Hampering Snare. But Swiftwater Cliffs gains us a life when it enters the battlefield, which is just far more important. Because a lot more games are going to be determined, or decisions are going to be impacted by the 1 life than by the slight percentage increase. Wow, this is disrespectfully late. Another Hampering Snare. Pretty solid pickups here. This was a pretty great pack. I don't think we're going to run the Weaponize that we have. We just don't have enough creatures to support it. Cut that. Probably cut some of our 3-drops. Let's sort these 1-mana cyclers. Not playing any of those. One mana cycler, 1-mana cycler. 2-mana cycler, 1-mana cycler. Two-mana cycler. Okay, so our deck is... we're going to have to add lands. This is not our final build by any stretch of the means. So, Frenzied Raptor does hit hard. But we can probably cut some of those. Probably cut a Frost Lynx. I'd probably rather have a Frenzied Raptor. I like 1 Cathartic, 1 Facet Reader for getting rid of lands. I don't love Avian Oddity. It does draw us a card, but I don't think it's what our deck needs. We have 3, 4, 5, so we can definitely cut a land, maybe even 2. Like, this could easily be a 15-land deck. 11, 12, 13. Colors, pretty evenly split. So this could be a 16-land deck. These are 2 1-mana cyclers. Yeah, giving a Kraken flying's nice, but if we have Krakens in play, things are going well already. So we have 7 creatures, 17 non-creatures. We have 6 instants, 9 sorcery, so a lot of stuff for our Sprite Dragon. We're going to cut these so we can change the artwork. We're going to be winning a lot of games with our Ominous Seas. We have 16 lands right now. Memory Leak is fine. We have pretty good mana sinks, so I like this build a lot. 2 Frenzied Raptors seems good over a Frost Lynx and a Frenzied Raptor or something like that. Seems like a great deck, and I'm excited to play it. I'll see you folks in the matches. Before I get to the matches, I would like to take a brief moment to say thank you to all of my patrons over at patreon.com/NicolaiBolas, especially those who support me at the credits level. I really do appreciate your support, and it's thanks to you that I'm able to continue producing high-quality content on a consistent basis. If you'd like to learn more, you can find information at patreon.com/NicolaiBolas. Even $1 a month goes a long way and unlocks some pretty cool rewards. Without further ado, let's get to the matches. Welcome to round 1. We have Drannith Stinger into Frenzied Raptor, or optionally Sprite Dragon into Frenzied Raptor into Drannith Stinger Gust of Wind. So this is an easy keep. On the draw, unfortunately, but it is still pretty solid. And we'll cycle the Boon of the Wishgiver here. We don't have infinite like lands, and drawing an island so we could cast our Sprite Dragon on turn 2 could be really nice. Or at least to set things up for the future. Ooh, we're playing in a mirror match of sorts. The Gust of Wind to bounce the token is going to be really nice. Let's start with the Drannith Stinger. It does hit slightly harder. Though, I guess if we played the Sprite Dragon, we'd be hitting them a turn earlier. Normally, this would be a bit of a weird attack, but we do want to push the pressure, and we're fine trading these off. It's not like the greatest, but it's not the worst for us either. That's definitely fine with us. They're spending their whole turn on that, then we'll bounce the Thieving Otter. They are getting okay, decently close to that, but we are putting a lot of pressure on them as well. Like, they have a lot of cards in hand, but they're going to run out of things to do. And our Sprite Dragon can take over the game at some point. Next turn we can go Frenzied Raptor, cast Hampering Snare to make sure the Thieving Otter does nothing if they replay that. Why not bounce Ominous? I could have bounced the Seas, for sure. I don't really think it's useful right now. I think I'm just going to lose if they get a few more turns, so I'm just trying to tempo them out a little bit. I could be facing down a Ominous Seas thing next turn. Howdy, Maze of Death. Our flyer is our key to success here. If they have a Cycler, we get blown out, but we're going to get wrecked by a Cycler anyway. This was a calculated risk by them. They could have a way to punish it, but hopefully not. Boom. Another Ominous Seas. Now that is just pure greed right there. Okay, so we have almost enough mana to kill an 8/8 with our Rock Slide. Okay, so they have an 8/8. They have to be able to beat my 4/4 though. I can cycle this. Deal 1, they could go to 8. I think I'd have to trade this off though. I don't think I can afford to let them draw cards. Especially when the ground creature doesn't do much anyway. I don't know why I played the land there. I should have cycled first. I messed this game up. 5, 6, 7. Hello, Bad Larry TV. Sure, that's game. Or it should be, at least. They have one spell in hand. We can kill the Cloud Piercer, attack them for lethal. Got him. Got there. Hey! See if hooks in the next round. It's going to be quite a bit different from the last one. They're playing a Zerda deck, which is sweet. Which means we're playing in cycling, which is not sweet. No Fox is nice, though. And we're going to be trying to get our Ominous Seas ticking as soon as possible. So no turn 1 cycling. For us, at least. Zerda can be a huge problem. But as well, oh, they're white-black. That is interesting. Very interesting. Hey, Andy Targaryen. Good username. So we're 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 more card draw. So we're realistically only a few turns away from 8/8s. We would like to affect the board before then, though. We'll hold up our neutralize this turn, because we don't want to fall further behind, but it'll be pretty easy to convince us to cycle. The classic. Actually, our hand is very fine against this. We'd actually rather just cycle a couple times, because we don't care about them getting rid of any individual cycler. Lead with this one. We might actually want to cast the Hampering Snare at some point this game. Ooh, Sprite Dragon's a good one. Let's cycle the Lava Serpent next. Because, again, we might want to cast the Snare. And we can cast Hampering Snare and go for the block. It's getting more likely that we just cast the boon in a couple turns here. Is it each permanent? Yeah, so they can't have any dead weights which is good for us. This means they don't have any removal, or they just kill it and bash. This can make it so that our Ominous Seas token can't block, so we'll keep that in mind. They probably won't play around the second Hampering Snare. Yikes. Ooh, Forbidden Friendship. Nice draw. Five, 6, 7, 8. If they attack, we'll make a token, and then next turn we can Rock Slide the Zerta. We have to hope they don't have a Blood Curdle. That's really gonna make this game tricky. Okay, gain all the life you want, buddy. If they tap out of Blood Curdle mana, we are going to be happy. Oh, that's huge for us. This is great. Yeah, me too. I think we just do this and then Hampering Snare. Or maybe we still just cycle the flare. No, I like casting it. Getting rid of their card, keeping my 2 chump blockers around. Taking no damage. And then we'll just hold this because we can just cast it to draw 4 next turn. And we can still threaten the 8/8. Gonna kill the Zerta. And next turn we can draw 4. Or if they have something, we can cycle this turn, if need be. Draw 4. Oh, baby. And then then we'll just do nothing. Then next turn we go Sprite Dragon, Cathartic, the 2 lands away. And cycle Memory Leak to make another 8/8. We'll do this on end step, on their end step, or in response to their attackers. Making another 8/8 so soon is going to be great. We can make another 8/8 over the course of the game, so we'll just do this. So this will give us 2 more 8/8s. It'll make our Sprite Dragon bigger. Next turn we can Flame Spill this. Unfortunate, but such is life. Happens. We don't have any more ways to discard other than this Facet Reader, so we'll just get this Memory Leak used. Gonna get that Memory Leak. One hopes not. Got to kill them as fast as possible. Oh man, I really hope not. Really hope they don't have Ruinous, because then we have to rely on our Sprite Dragon, our second one, to win us the game. Nope, we don't have another Sprite Dragon. Oh no. We do have some Frenzied Raptors to draw into. Happens. We still have some hard hitters. We have to draw them before we deck ourselves, but... We have a counter in the deck, we just didn't draw it in time. Of course, now we draw our 4/2. Yeah, I forgot we had the neutralize in the moment. So disappointing. Ruinous Ultimatum is just unbeatable for a lot of decks, I think. Yeah, we have no more ways to win. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I think we just have 2 lands left. I don't think we have enough power and toughness in the deck to kill them now. I needed to fade them drawing Mountain. LOL! That's hilarious. Got me. Whew. Dang. Round 3. We can beat any deck that can't remove our Ominous Seas, I think. The ultimatums are great. We'll play it slow. Ominous Seas before Sprite Dragon. You said this thing falls down? We'll just play the Hardball Frenzied Raptor. Gonna cycle the Boon, probably. Because Startling Development can protect this from burn. Okay, we gotta get this Blitz going. If they don't attack us for a turn, we're going to be real happy. Trading 5 for 4 doesn't seem amazing to me, but... hold full control so they don't know whether we have a cycler or not. Yeah, we can blitz it though. They're just using this to push damage. They hit us for 10. Wow, no fear. Dang. We have to kill their Sprite Dragon. Ugh. So if they have 2 cyclers, this becomes a 9-powered creature. They have to have literally all cyclers. Double blocking prevents him from killing us if with only 2 cyclers. Yeah, it's a bummer. But at least they didn't totally own us. I need a spell. Oh, yes! We're in business! If they kill us with a lava serpent, I'm going to be very put out. Oh, that was painful. Whew. Dang. Round 4. We added a Cathartic Reunion for a island. I think this is a keep on the play. We have a decent amount of red sources. Get these guys going. Ooh, the Ozolith. Fancy. I should have cycled and then tried to draw into a Swiftwater Cliff. That was really bad. We're not going to bounce a Brushwag. Next turn we can Sprite Dragon plus Gust of Wind. If we draw another mountain, we can go Sprite Dragon, Gust of Wind, and Blitz something. This will be good. I'm not sure, Bad Larry. Depends on how this one ends. It'll go up on my YouTube later, presumably. The old symbiote. Symbiote. So they're going to have a 5 toughness creature, so our Blitz doesn't quite kill it. How come some of the games don't make it to YouTube? I try to put just the most entertaining ones. Shark Ritual. And I do draft a decent amount, so I have enough to spare. We're going to gamble everything on hitting a mountain here. Ooh, yeah. So the counter goes to the Ozolith. We really just wanted to be able to zap that card right out of the hemisphere. Oh, opponent. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh no, but it gets a counter! No! We could have just like punched it and made it trade with our Frenzied Raptor and turned off like Ram through as an out, but we'd rather just like play it safer, make them, yeah, use our Ominous Seas, get some Rock Slides going. The Cathartic Reunion was definitely the card to add. It's so much better in our deck than a land because we can just use it to find lands or get rid of lands or really any time. The Brushwag is here! The Almighty. 'Tis a Brushwag of the almighty variety. Got the win! Let's go! Whew, after 2 heartbreakers, we're back. See you in the next round. This is a good hand. On the play at long last. I love how long the sound effect on this one is. So we miss out on... I think we just have to get the Kraken as soon as fast as possible. Ants stress me out too. Ugh, it gives me a tingling in my ears almost. We're going to actually cast the Drannith Stinger. Get rid of both hampering snares. We'll probably cycle the Startling Development, even though it's pretty nice to cast with Sprite Dragon. So they can curdle this, but then they can't curdle the Leviathan, so they just have to hold up their mana forever. Wow, they are curdling it? Dang. That screams of a second curdle to me. We're not going to cast any... We're not going to make an 8-8. They have to have another curdle. There's no way they curdle that creature if they don't have a second curdle. And they just have to hold up all their mana every turn to make it so we can't make a 9-9. I mean 8-8. Like, it's the only explanation. Yeah. Now we get at least one hit in. And now they have to curdle. And they're at 5 now. Because we got a hit for 8 in. Heartless act, sure. We'll cycle. And we'll cast the Lava Serpent next turn. We'll do it. Wow, that was thematic. The opponent saw it coming. Got there. See you in the next round, folks. Welcome to round 6. We got our Sprite Dragon. We'll cycle, I think. Because if we hit Ominous Seas, we'd like to play it on turn 2. Oh, we're against the Karuga deck. Oh, this game's over. They're so dead. We'll cycle this boon. Maybe it's not over. Maybe I exaggerated. There are 4 colors. Dang it. They missed a land. This is a game where we're going to probably need our other Sprite Dragon to get there. Or some sort of removal here. I'd be willing to trade one of my guys for 4 points of damage. Awesome, Scotty. Let's play this guy first. There we go. We are 3-2. I want Corpus. Our 2 losses were soul crushing to the highest degree. Ugh. This game is looking like a W, though. The opponent's got a little mana screwed on their Ikoria deck. So if we shoot this thing, that does 2 to them. They go to 5. Attack with everything. They take 2. They go to 3. They block here. They're dead. Fertilid, because that does more damage, and this thing's going to be eating whatever it blocks anyway. So they block here. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Boom. Got the W. Huzzah! See you in the next round. Will the power of soy be what takes us down? I don't think so. Not with an Ominous Seize in our opening hand. Oh, not with an Ominous Seize. We're going to turbo this one. Oh! Double Ominous Seize. Oh, they're so dead. This Yorion won't know what hit him. Give us a land. Oh, thank goodness. Be a lamb, give us a land. Oh, yes. Oh, opponent has some stuff going on. This is going to be messed up, what we're about to do. Yeah, that'd be messed up if they did that to us. I'd be sad. So many triggers. All the triggers. I'd maybe play 1 copy Ethel Wolf, and even then that's a maybe. It's like a Frenzied Raptor impersonator in that case. Da-ding, da-ding. I don't think we're going to cycle neutralize, though it is a possibility. We probably just want to counter one of their big plays. Yeah, that's going to be worth it. Get out of here, Gemrazor. Leave my Ominous Seize alone! Cheville. Da-da-dee, da-da-da-do. Play Yorion, see if I care. Oh, Giraffid. Tut-tut, my friend. Tut-tut. Oh yeah, that was wrong. That was messed up what we just did. Whew, finally. We just got some wins. Let's go. See you folks in the next round. Oh yes. This hand is great. I think having the second Cathartic is great. Whoever suggested that I poo-pooed earlier on. Or maybe I didn't. I thought I only needed one, but having a second one is just so good. It's just so good. The synergy. Ah, opponent. Curse you. You and your cycling BS. Gust of wind and neutralize, I think. We'll rock slide this ASAP. Their start is most definitely frightening. I might have to just Cathartic next turn to get another creature. The Serval. Okay. Okay, Rock Slide down, but Snare Tactician also down. So they hit us for 3, 5, 6 damage next turn. We can't beat a Flare. That is the reason. Hampering Snare is definitely going to be useful against all these 1 toughness, 1 power guys, though. I would love a Mountain here. Though, even a Facet Reader will do. So we have the Cathartic Reunion anyway, so we might as well do it first. So, they have a Cycler. They probably have a removal spell. So then we take 4. I think we want to get our Facet Reader down. They kill the Facet Reader, then we go Dranith Stinger. We can kill the 3, they hit us for 5. We go to 2. Okay, let's just do it like this. Let's just do nothing this turn, and just cast our Hampering Snare. Because now that we have a second Snare, and then we'll be able to play another creature and snare them again. So we take 1. And we're going to cycle the Dranith Stinger. And then we'll rock slide the Bategia Tiger. They have enough to kill us with a Zenith Flare, so we're not going to play around it. We lose to Zenith Flare, we just accept that. But they might just not have Flare. In which case... we're chilling. Next turn we'll shoot this. Yep. Of course they have it. That was the story of our losses this draft, was them just always having it. First the Ruinous Ultimatum, then the Lava Serpent, and then the Zenith Flare. But if they hadn't had Flare, we were in good shape that game, which is kind of crazy considering the way they started it. But such is life. Sometimes they just have it all. And we did get some wins, so that was fun. If you did make it all the way to the end of this draft video, in the comment section down below, leave a hashtag always had it, or hashtag powerful seas, or hashtag Seas of Wrath, because these were pretty powerful seas. Just something to show how good Ominous Seas was, honestly. It was really fun. The Sprite Dragon was also great. The deck was overall a blast to play, even though we did get a little unlucky in our losses. That is going to do it, though. Remember to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment in the comment section down below. You can catch me streaming live at twitch.tv/NicolaiBolas. You can also join the community Discord server for NicolaiBolas in the description and pinned comment. And you can also... support the channel directly via the Patreon, patreon.com/NicolaiBolas. That is going to do it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will talk to you next time.